Welcome back to the channel, everybody. I have a special treat for you today. We're doing a lapidary shop tour. It's been a little bit since we've done one of these, and I have two very special guests here standing in front of their lapidary shop, which we'll be doing a little walkthrough of. Who are you two? Who are you? And what am I doing here?
I don't know. What are you doing here? I'm Julie.
I'm Brian.
And we are AZ Rockhound Expeditions.
They have a YouTube channel, and I'll put some links down below to that. You should definitely go check it out. I don't think you have shown the shop on camera in the way that we're going to be showing it today, an extensive walkthrough.
Oh yeah, get ready for that.
Yeah, it's going to be good. There's a lot to see here, and let's just start this right off.
All right.
I'm seeing a two-car garage, what, 21 foot by 21 foot?
About that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yep.
So, rocks. Let's start off. We're gonna have to kind of glaze over a couple of these, but you have all these different shelves in here with rocks that these are things you've collected.
Yeah.
Okay.
Every single one of them.
So let's just, what are some highlights here? Dynamite?
Okay.
Dynamite?
Funny story. That's not dynamite. It's made to look. They're road flares.
I know.
Just to freak out the neighbors.
Yeah, we do that.
Okay, what do we have here? What am I looking at?
Okay, these are some of the larger chunks from our claim. You know, still on the, we don't know if they're good or not.
Yet to be cut.
Yeah, so we cut them to make sure they're not crappy or anything like that.
And we are in Central Arizona. Okay.
Yep.
So this is Central Arizona material.
Yes, Central Arizona. And this was from, we called this the giving hole because it just keeps going. Keeps going. And it's beautiful material.
So it's chalcedony with inclusions. Is that the best?
Yeah, agates with inclusions, yeah. It's, there's plume, there's moss.
There's some little bots going on in here.
Yeah, there's bots, there's crystals on top. They're kind of purpley blue. Pretty crazy. Oh, yeah.
Oh, hey.
Hey, there we go. Here, let me set that down.
And then you can really see what.
Yeah.
Very nice.
And then these are...
And you have bins. So you have a system.
Yeah.
Okay, because I'm always curious what people's systems are for organizing all of the rocks. I have a bin system, bins and labels. And that kind of looks like what you're doing here as well.
Yeah. With some of it. A lot of these are just they either made it into the rock reveal or they didn't. And so, you know, a lot of people come by and if they can't rockhound on our claims, they rockhound here in our garage.
That's very generous of you. So we just that's some stuff from your claims, and then it seems like there's some smaller pieces here, maybe some more you have some finished stuff where you've done some cutting and polishing.
Yeah, we do. These are our bots and druzies and little, just
very nice stuff.
All from the claims.
Some are little crystal tubes. I mean, that looks like candy.
Now, have you done anything like mounted any of this stuff? Like, thumbnail cases? Are you doing anything like that yet?
We have them. We haven't mounted them yet.
I try to encourage people to get into the thumbnails and the little things as much as possible, just for my own, I don't know. I love it, so I want more people to love it too.
Yeah, well, that's why I started collecting these, and then I got the little thumbnail boxes.
Yeah. Well, it's also just a nice way of like protecting some of this stuff that's more fragile. Like I've already seen a number of things in here where I'm like, this is pretty delicate.
Oh yeah.
And just because something's really tiny, like some of these with these little bots, doesn't mean they are not good or enjoyable material. I feel like presentation is kind of important for some of that, though.
Oh yeah.
We always say tiny but mighty.
Yeah.
Here's this one.
And what am I looking at?
I found these on a rock, and I'm not even quite sure what they are, but it looks like little petrified trees or something.
I've seen some like calcareous tufts that looks very similar to that, but you'd have to throw it in some acid.
Yeah.
Nothing comes out.
Let's see.
Okay, so you got some cuts.
Yep.
You have a saw. We're going to get into some of your machines
yeah.
here shortly, but let's look at this.
Yeah, we have some cuts. Let me spray those.
I like your sprayer there. It's like a mister
Yeah.
and not like a squirt across the room spray bottle.
Yeah, well, I also do hair too. So,
Very beautiful.
isn't that pretty? And then this one is, that one just has everything in it.
Very nice.
Whoa, that was almost,
Worried about that.
yeah,
Ever since you put it up there.
I know, but it's gonna stay. See,
I'll put it somewhere else. You're
Okay,
making us
I'll
all nervous.
I'll just put it,
Yeah.
I'll put it
Thank you.
there. I'll
That
put
makes
it
me feel
there.
better.
This one is not from our claim. This is from Gap Creek. And then we, on other shelves.
You've done some adventures
Oh, many.
outside of Arizona. I know you have an Arizona-based channel, but
Yes.
you've taken some pretty big road trips, and we're going to look at some of that here.
Yep.
I recognize some of these.
Yeah, this is from Dugway. And this is just the smaller section. The larger section is in the house.
Okay.
So that's from Dugway. And then these are from the Polka Dot Mine
In Oregon.
in Oregon. Yeah.
Yeah, the polka dot canyon rim,
Yeah, Canyon Rim.
beautiful stuff. Now, do you have a UV light?
I do.
Okay. Have you checked those out yet?
I don't think I do, but
Okay.
I have it in the house.
You should because they are like the most intense green.
Really?
They're very beautiful under
Wow.
UV. So once you start getting into some of that UV photography, I'm telling you, it's pretty good.
I've done
pretty
a
good.
little bit, but my camera doesn't pick it up as well. I don't know why.
We'll talk about that.
Okay. But I love this because it has the polka dots in it.
Yes.
And the little flower.
Now they have reopened. The polka dot agate mining area of their.
Oh, have they?
It's pretty bright in there, bright out here.
Yeah.
Well, we can take it inside too.
But yeah, they can look really beautiful under some UV. I'm sure
yeah.
a lot of this stuff looks really good under UV.
Yeah, a lot of it does, and then some of it just doesn't really glow. But,
We have more and more rock.
oh yeah.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
Yeah.
You got some looks like some end cuts, some pieces you've kind of slabbed up here.
Yeah, these were
That is a lovely little slab right there.
Yeah. These were just some stuff that I was going through because it was just dirty, and so I was trying to get it cleaned off, and I just didn't finish yet. But yeah, some of these
So
these slabs are
what was the drive with this? I mean, out of all the hobbies and different things that you could have gone with,
yeah.
right? Like, why the rocks? I mean, I'm always curious. Like, there's so many things that you could be into. You could be into, I don't know, bird watching.
I have always loved rocks. I've always collected rocks. My mom was constantly throwing rocks out of my room because there was too many. And I had this vision when I was little that when I was a grown-up, I was going to be in the dirt digging for something. And I love rocks, so
You've definitely done some digging.
yeah, I've done a lot of digging.
Dream fulfilled, right?
Dream fulfilled. And
Very cool.
so I just put the two together, rocks and digging, and here you go.
Are those some sepatarians back there?
They are. Haven't cut those yet.
Very nice. Wow, you have. I don't know what I was expecting. I don't know. Like I guess I was expecting slightly less rock, but you have a lot.
Yeah, you know when you said, do you know a place where there's tons of rock laying around? I said, my house.
Yeah, you were lying.
You haven't even seen the backyard yet.
Well, let's see. Let's get into some of these machines here because
Yeah.
this is something that I'm into. All right, you have a vintage Hillquist 14-inch slab saw. Now, I think a lot of people have not seen these. I've seen a bunch of them. I've even seen some of their they made some really, really large saws. They're really good. And in my opinion, it's desirable. I want one. I want one because it's just like this kind of classic piece of American lapidary history. And, well, I mean, just like look at it, right? Like we have a fiberglass body, and it's like the most beautiful, like 1950s, like, you know, it's like you could, I don't know. There's something about this style that I think is absolutely beautiful, and they're perfectly good saws. So like,
It's a great
And
saw.
it's so quiet. Oh my gosh, so quiet.
that is a subject that I've thought a lot about what makes machines loud and obnoxious to use, and it's the resonant frequencies of the materials that they're constructed of, and fiberglass is one that is perfect for like something like this.
Yeah.
This thing is quieter than our 10-inch.
Yeah. Oh, totally.
Significantly.
Yeah. And the good thing with these fiberglass saws is you can get boat repair kits, and you can just be like fix the whole thing.
Wow. I did not know that.
If you can tell me how I can fix my
Yeah.
that would be
We're
outstanding.
looking for another one.
You are not the only person that has experienced the browning and issues with the old Hillquest transparent hoods.
Yeah, well, this was we picked this up from a guy in Washington when we were on our first rock
Tom
trip. Tom
Babcock.
Babcock. He was selling it, and so we loaded it in the truck and brought it home.
Oh, I would love to have this.
Yeah, it used to sit outside, and that's why it's got the fractured corners and whatnot. So I mean, we've been making do with tape, but I mean, you know, I'm cleaning the oil right now, but you know, just for demonstration to hear how the sound. I mean, it's
Yeah. Oh, that's here.
Listen to that.
that's it.
And if there was
love that.
if there was a rock in it, all you would hear was
You just hear this.
Can you turn that on again?
Yeah, you just hear this as it's cutting.
Such a simplistic and perfect design.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
Yeah,
I love
use a
it.
camshaft.
If you ever get
love it.
if you ever get tired of like the whole mineral claim thing, you can start reproducing Hillquist.
Oh, that
yeah,
would
that'd
be
be
cool.
It'd
Yeah.
make you both of you would be very, very popular. At least more popular with me than you already are. So machines. This is kind of like your little lapidary space here.
Yep.
Yep.
Richardson's,
Yep. Richardson sander.
and you did not buy this one new. This is a used machine.
So you,
Yeah, gently used.
I always find it really interesting how you can kind of date the Richardsons based upon like the spray, like the spray paint that was on them, or like some of the different things. So this one's newer than mine. You have the little like fins on your sanding pad.
yes.
Yep.
How are you liking it so far?
I don't know if it's our agates or whatnot, but it catches the sandpaper a lot and it just throws it.
Well, some of them. I think a lot of it has to do with if there's any kind of edge or some kind of imperfection on there and you didn't catch it before you get started, when it grabs that,
Yes.
it gets
You
your
have to
attention.
make sure
And
it is completely flat.
But for me personally, this is what we were doing is the slant lap for a long time, and I found it to be pretty frustrating.
That
You know.
high-tech
yeah.
diamond slat lap.
Yeah, I just found it to be frustrating because you just can't seem to get an even polish across the surface with these for whatever reason. I don't know if it's because of the angle and and you're moving, but when it comes to this, the process is simple, it's quick. I mean, a thunder rig like that in
Yes.
15 minutes is done.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm
It's
getting
so
ready to do
easy.
these two.
What grits are you running?
Because I'm typically cutting these with the 14-inch saw with the bigger material. You have seen me use the smaller one, yes, but because I'm using that, it's already at about a 300, and so I start off with the 400, go up to 800, and then bring it over and put it with some cerium oxide and done.
Are you getting any of those little like broken nibs on any of your cuts?
Yes.
How are you like chipping those off?
Nope.
What do you?
I'll bring them over to here
Okay.
and do what I have to angle that and get those off, because there's always just that little piece.
That is a problem that I think nobody has truly solved. I have an idea. Maybe I'll give you my idea later on.
Well,
That'd be cool.
For me, I think the simple solution, which just doesn't exist on this, is, you've got the weight of the rock hanging over this edge. And if it had another platform that it rode on, then I think you could get it to cut all the way through and not have that little, nib on the end. But because it gets to that point and then the weight of the rock just takes it off. But having to clean it off with that saw is not really a big deal.
Yeah,
it's such a small piece.
What,
But
is this a new machine, or did you get this one used?
that was new when we purchased it 3 years ago.
What was your thinking when you were considering this one or the horizontal lap? Did
That was
you
her.
have any like, kind of things that you're thinking of?
I had an idea to start cabbing,
Okay,
to make cabs, which
so it was like an ergonomics thing. Okay.
yeah. So I started cabbing, but I make the shape, and then I feel like, okay, I'm done with this one. I want to start on another one. So I have like 30 cabs started,
And I
So-
don't cab.
and he doesn't cab. So
It's not my skill set. I mean, I can cut anything you want. I can polish the stuff on the Richardson, but
Yeah.
when it comes to making cabs or something really cool, not the creative guy.
I might be right there with you. I love a good like cut and polish like stand up,
Yes.
or just like a lopping a thunder egg in half and be like, look at this.
Yep.
Like
Yeah.
I love that.
That's
Yeah.
me.
So you got the Richardsons, you got the slant lap, and that is the Richardson's slow leather buffer.
Yep.
yes, which I think the carpet would be better.
I think the carpet would be better too.
So I've done some testing with a friend of mine, and I lean towards the carpet, but it's also really hard to try to see like an actual difference. I think if you have the leather, run the leather.
Yeah.
But when this has a lifespan.
Yep.
And when it goes up, that cheap outdoor carpet from Home Depot
Yep.
is
Yep.
incredible.
That's what I want to go with when this wears off, is go to the carpet.
Yeah.
What I found with this is it seems like it wants to grab more than what I've seen when I watched you with yours. The carpet seems to just, it's smoother when it's in movement.
Yes.
And this one, boy, it can grab your rock and
I have something similar to this on my Highland Park wet belt sander. It has a leather wheel, a domed leather wheel, and it is grabby, and it startles you.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's one of those. Where am I going?
Is this plugged in? Can we turn this on?
Let's see.
It's not, but you can.
So for
Unfortunately,
anybody
I'll have to-
that's not aware of this spins at about, I believe it's 250 RPM.
I don't even know if it's that much.
It's very slow, and a big part of that is the giant pulley, similar to the carpet wheel. It's a very slow speed, but incredibly torquey machine. Like you're not stopping that with that.
Yeah.
Like I believe it's a 10 or 12-inch pulley back there.
Yeah, it's a
Yeah,
giant
it's-
size pulley.
It is
There we go.
pretty big.
Yeah.
And that one's, it's pretty quiet
It's
too.
nice and quiet.
I love that.
It's not an issue, but
Yeah. I think it can be an issue if it's too loud. If you
Oh,
have
for
machines that
sure.
are just like are painful to run, I have found that I don't run them. That's
Yeah.
what happens. Like
Yeah.
I want something that's like you sit down and it's like a pleasurable experience to
Yeah.
cut and polish.
Yep.
It's therapeutic, actually.
Yes.
For me, the cleaning, the cutting, and polishing that's my therapy. That's where I'm, if I'm not outside in the woods where I'm happiest, if I'm doing these things, it's almost as equal as far as just. Yeah, you know that one.
You got a 10-inch high tech, and I
Yeah.
see you have their splash shield.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Got to protect the
The wall.
How have you been liking it? Like, first off, is this your first trim saw?
That was the very first saw we bought.
Did you didn't use a tile saw before?
No.
So that is unique. I would say most people start with the tile saw.
Yeah, they do.
It seems that's what we've kind of figured
Yeah.
from a lot of other friends. Yeah, but no, we went straight to one of these, and I like it a lot actually. I know you're not supposed to go with rocks more than 1/2 the height of your blade and all that, but if you're paying attention and you know what the saw can do, you can do a lot with this.
Yes.
But at the same time, I don't advocate people that don't know what they're doing to just go for it, because you're going to get hurt if you're not careful.
I think
Oh, yeah.
the blade matters a lot. A lot of people run notched blades on them. I'm personally not a fan of the notched blade, as opposed to, I see that you're also not a big fan since you already have a centered blade on there.
Yep, the thin
These are the
centered.
best.
Thin
These are
centered.
my favorite. The,
Yes.
the, red, the red dot.
Yeah.
Yeah, these are my favorites.
Thin centered blades on 6-inch and 10-inch saws. I think that's like the king right there.
Yeah, they sent
The
us
best.
a few agate cutters with the notches, and they're too thick in my opinion.
They're very aggressive as well. Like
Yeah.
the surface finish they leaves a little to
They're a
be.
little more grabby.
Well, I feel like
Yeah.
on some materials it can work well.
Yeah.
You know, like I've cut marble with
Yeah.
it, and that does that's just like knife through butter with a notch
Oh,
blade. But,
yeah.
like, how many people are cutting marble versus cutting agate and
Yeah.
petrified
that's
woods
my
and
thing is
jaspers?
You're losing a lot of material when you're using that notched blade if you're cutting with the agates like we are. I mean,
It adds up.
I mean, granted, it's it's 2-3 times the width of that, but that can end up being over the course of a rock, 1 or 2 slabs.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and so if you're trying to maximize the amount of slabs,
Yeah.
thin blades work. And of course, I got my dust
Mask.
mask right there because silicosis is real.
And I see you're cleaning in cat litter.
Yeah.
That's what I do. I do as well. And you're doing this, filtering some of your oil.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
actually.
Can you talk about that for a sec? Because I feel like a lot of people don't understand the cutting
cleaning.
oils and the.
Well, if you look in here, that's mineral oil right there inside the unit, and that has been recycled from what came out of there. So when I
A few times. We've
is
cleaned
the
this.
second time I've done it.
Yeah.
So what I do is I've got 2 different buckets, and I have a system where I pull all of it out. Unfortunately, because this doesn't have a center plug drain, that's the one modification I'd make. I have to do 1 turkey baster at a time to get all the oil out, and then I've got a scoop to get all the sludge out. And all that, what I did first was cheesecloth. I had a couple sections of cheesecloth, and I put it over that, let it filter through, and then let it sit for 24 hours.
Mm-hmm.
Next day I came out and I had that much oil above the sediment, and I took the turkey baster one at a time and put it back in, and then I'm filtering it now because it's the finer stuff through the paper bag.
Paper bag.
Which I should have used 2, and I knew that, but I
we
thought
had-
I could get away with it, and I was wrong. So today
only
I'm
had
gonna get some more
one,
paper
actually.
bags. Yeah.
So we got to do a second filter.
Yeah, you can see. I mean, that's the sediment that's sitting down inside there. That it's filtered through, and it's still filtering slowly.
And the reason for this is the cost.
Oh yeah.
Right?
Yes.
Like I think a lot of people
It's expensive.
maybe don't realize that the NF70 white mineral oil, which even if it's rebranded, that's what you should be running in these. It's like $20 to $25 a gallon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it gets really pricey. It really adds up. So having a paper bag filtering system makes a ton of sense.
It really does.
Yeah. So I just transfer back and forth between my 2 buckets until I get the purest oil out of it I can, and then if we have to supplement, well then I can just go get a little 1 gallon or something.
Yeah.
And that'll do it. But
Yeah, there's always some loss, isn't there?
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh man, you have so much to look at, just everywhere, everywhere in here.
Yeah. And this is just we cut it and now we don't know what to do with.
That one's probably got oil on it from being next to the saw.
Beautiful stuff. So what's next? Do you have any the lapidary machine wish list?
I would love a 24-inch.
Okay.
Yeah.
We have huge rocks,
Oh.
and I'd like bigger slabs. So I would like a bigger saw eventually.
24-inch saw would be nice.
Yeah.
For sure. As far as I don't know all the machines out there. As far as for making cabs and all that, I don't see that in our future necessarily. Just because, again, I'm not the creative one, and once she gets the shape, she's done.
So maybe what you need is a vibratory tumbler, so you can shape your cabs and throw
down under
Oh,
there.
hey, there you go. You got a Lotto.
Yep.
How are you liking the Lotto?
Haven't used
Haven't
it.
used
Oh.
it yet.
Owned it for 2.5, 3 years. Haven't used it yet.
Oh, you just upset so many people. So many
I
people
know.
would kill to have a double Lotto.
I know.
Okay, so currently we're filming this in September 2024. There is a Lotto tumbler shortage. People want those.
Oh.
And they're going to be like, oh, screaming at the screen.
Still not selling it. No, it's one of those things where, we thought we were going to have more time to put into doing the tumbling. And with the claims and our trips to other places to try to showcase what else is out there. We just haven't had the time, but I think between this winter and possibly part of next summer, I'll have plenty of time to run that. So
Yeah, I'm actually getting a box together for tumbled material.
so I can
I'm starting to do
get
it.
started.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah, we're getting there. It's
You're
just
gonna love
taking a
that.
while.
You're gonna love that machine. Yeah. I've heard nothing but good things from people that have had the Lottos.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I forgot to mention that one. I forgot.
because we haven't used it.
We haven't used it, so.
Well, there goes my suggestion of the vibratory tumbler.
Yeah, no, we got
No,
one.
we got one.
We got to put it to use.
So, we do have a rock room in the house
Really?
where we do our live sales and the rock reveal, and also our Shopify store stuff
Shopify
is in
store
there,
stuff's in there.
and everything else.
There's gonna be links down below to that. Are you offering to show me the rock
Oh,
room?
yeah, yeah.
Okay, well let's go into
We'll
the
have
rock.
out back too.
Oh yeah, we have out back too.
Let's go and look at your rock room real quick.
Station.
So behind the scenes.
Yeah, behind the scenes. So this is some slabs that I've just been finding here and there that I'm like, oh, we cut these.
So you're doing live sales as like a way of getting rid of some of the stuff from your claim.
Yeah.
Is that like a
Yeah.
fair assessment?
Yeah.
Okay. How has that been going? Like, do you feel happy with like doing the live stream sales?
Yeah, they're actually really, really fun. We have.
Well, I don't mean to interrupt you, but
Yeah.
there's a lot of other options for selling rocks. You went with the live sales
Yeah.
over like, people do eBay and Etsy and all these other things. You prefer the live sales.
I like the interaction and the playing with everyone. It gets really crazy and gets everybody laughing because something will be said and then it'll be like the running joke the entire live sale, and it's just fun.
You
And
have
it's
some
just-
regulars.
Yeah.
Yes.
And so people who join in, they'll message us and they'll say, "Oh, that was great. I've never laughed so hard," And so and people just come even just to watch.
We've had a lot of people tell us how much they like our live sales because it is fun and interactive. We include, the comments into, what we're doing, and just it's not intended to be a show, but it kind of turns out that
turns
way
out
on its
to
own.
be a
Yeah.
show.
It's just,
Yeah, like our newest addition to our live sales is we call them the bag of butts, because we would cut rocks and then there would be the end of the rock.
Yes.
And I'm like, oh, nobody will want these.
People want them.
And and I said something one live sale. I'm like, oh, this is just a butt end, and somebody said, oh, well, I'll take that. And I'm like, really? So the next live sale, I got together a whole bunch of just bag of butts, and
Sold 'em.
I mean, okay, yes. So we'll look at the bag of butts here. But, okay, so.
But there's more.
You just have shelves and shelves of material here. Now, are
Yeah.
you doing like a plan for these live sales? Are you like, I want
just bring
to
out the color here.
try to sell specific things? Do you have like a game plan, or is it just like whatever you feel like?
This is what's on the table right now. This is like what's on the chopping block, as I call it.
Oh, wait,
And
Take this off.
yeah. Oh, okay.
hey, it's these guys.
It's those guys.
I see no mention of the bag of butts on your business card. I think that's like a failed marketing opportunity.
We sell bags of butts.
Yeah, there was a lot of butt jokes on that.
Oh,
particular
oh my
episode.
gosh, yeah.
It went off the rails.
So there's not a live stream game plan. You're kind of just like, this is what you have out and what you think is going to do well.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
People like we have slabs, we have smaller cabs, like that would make a really pretty necklace. Just one little, or you could polish it and.
Over the live streams, is there anything that you think you've learned that like maybe like, oh, didn't do well? Or that you were, what's the learning curve like of that? I don't do any type of live sale streams or anything like that. But I'm curious to hear about how that process has been, because you're basically running it's a business.
Yeah.
Doing rock sales online. What advice would you give?
We learn something every single time we do it. And we've also learned, one of the biggest things that we've learned is how to fight the lag. You know, because
people claim in your chat, that's how that kind of works.
Yeah, they
did.
They did. Like, there will be, 4 people that want a rock or 5 people that want a rock. And but the person with the fastest internet will get that rock every single time. The person with the lag won't.
So for people that maybe aren't aware, you're doing live streams on YouTube and there's the chat and something comes up and you're like, let's say this is number 30.
Yep.
That's number 30. Somebody would be like, claim number 30, but people's different internet speeds vary so much.
So we had to figure out a system that would make it even for everybody. So I would say, okay, so this rock is this much. If you want it, pick a number between 1 and 100. And so anybody who wants it puts in the chat a number, and then we have a random number generator, and then whoever's the closest to that number gets the rock. So it actually comes out very even.
I like that. Seems like a very fair way of running it, which is
It's like a lottery.
Nice. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it works. We actually had somebody that said they didn't like it, and then
Then they started.
then they started getting the numbers and winning the pieces, and they came back and said, "Okay, I do like it."
I do like it now. I'm like, you stay on long enough, you'll start getting it. So.
And one thing that is always nice at the end of your videos, when you guys do your Rockhound adventures,
Yeah.
there's a cut and polish, and I must say, your setup is definitely cleaner than my setup. I like this. It's like a little studio in here.
Yeah.
Very nice.
I take this down, and I usually do it at night, and I go all night because any light in here will mess up everything.
Yeah, so you have a beautiful, nice black backdrop, and you have a turntable. Can I turn your turntable on here? Or it's a remote turntable.
Oh, is that?
Plugged in, who
Oh,
knows?
I think. Did it get turned off?
There you go. It's like I'm like the budget version of AZ Rockhound Expeditions.
Yeah, there you go. Right like that.
Thank you. That's cool.
Yeah.
That's very nice. A very nice setup for showing the finished product. And I assume that's where you're doing some of your product photography as well. That's not just like for the videos. That's like
It's for
a place for photos.
Yeah, I do the photos, I do the photography of any rock. I do it all right here. I used to have a little tiny photo booth that I made in my closet, and I sat on a little kid's chair. And I would sit there in frog position all night long and do these photos, and I was like, okay, my back hurts now.
This is a better option.
This is better.
That's better.
Much, much better. People were always asking me, how do you do your rock reveals? I'm like, I am not taking you into my closet.
Well, now everybody knows the beans have been spilled.
Yeah, the beans are spilled. This is my studio. And I gave it up to hide my piano.
Well, is there any highlights in here that we should see?
Oh boy.
There's probably a lot. Let's see your top 2 that you got out here right now.
Top 2. Oh boy.
That'll be tough to narrow down.
That'll be very tough.
Well, I see a Richardson's egg. Can that be my top 1?
Yes.
Look at that.
You want me I gotta spray that to get the full color going on.
That is a beautiful, beautiful thunder egg.
Yeah, that's not for sale.
Hey, everything's for sale at a price, right?
Everything is for sale, yeah. And then over here I have a couple. Actually, can you hold that up a little bit? Yeah, thanks. I have some crazy.
Tubes and butts.
Very nice.
Look at that little specimen there.
Where's that from?
Oh,
the big guy there.
This is from the Lost Onyx mine. This is when Brian started getting sick with Giardia.
Yeah. Oops,
Wrong bottle. There you go. Wrong bottle.
Yeah. That rock does not have Giardia on it.
No, it was bleached.
It has been cleaned.
It has been cleaned.
Pro tip: don't get Giardia.
Don't get Giardia.
Don't get Giardia. Wash your rocks.
Excellent weight loss program. Horrible side effects.
Yeah.
Horrible.
Could you offer to show us the outside rocks? Can we look at your outside rocks too?
Yeah.
So this is one of your finds that you're very fond of. It's up here in your personal collection. That is very beautiful. So big pockets of druzy quartz over what, like little botryoidal chalcedony, and that is beautiful.
And then you got calcite mixed in as well.
Banded calcite, or what
Yep.
they call onyx in Camp Verde.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's just.
Hang on, I'll keep spinning it slowly. This thing weighs almost 30 pounds, so that side's the boring side, except for right there.
Very cool.
This side is just absolutely
That top
gorgeous.
is amazing.
Very beautiful stuff.
Yeah, that's monster.
Thank you for showing that. Let's go let's head outside.
Head outside?
Only the acid washing station, but it's
Yeah, don't feel mad.
So you have so it looks like there's even just a bunch of big nodules that you have. That's just like a...
it's all round mountain.
Round mountain for fire agate, but you cut those open, there's crystals inside, or sometimes there's like feathers, flames, you know. This is fire agate. You can kind of see if we get it in the light. There we go.
Oh, wow.
Put that one in.
Very cool.
Yeah, so those are,
Oh my gosh.
Some
There's just you have a plethora of material to look at here.
Yeah.
we have a lot. See, we cut it.
I definitely respect the rectangles though.
That's me.
See, we cut those open, and
Okay.
that's what you get. It's really pretty.
I love it.
That's from the Lost Onyx mine.
Yeah, this is an upcoming video for the Lost Onyx mine. We went part 2 after Giardia.
Yeah, there's a
Very excellent.
big old chunk of it. We hauled off the hill.
I found some kind of like black and white that was very new. So,
All of these areas are new to me.
yeah. This,
You got your retaining wall here lined.
Yep, that's the Katy Mountains,
Katy Mountains.
Lavic.
Portable wash rack.
This is how we wash our rocks. We throw them
I
in
like
there
that.
and power wash it.
Very cool.
Brian built it.
Yeah. It's so you can break it down and it doesn't take up space permanently, especially when you live on a postage stamp.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
And
Oh
then
man, okay. Let's just we got to do a little like drive by on these.
drive by, walk through.
I like that you got some labels above them.
Yep, we got the labels. These are all from the claim.
different claim days.
Some have been pushed together because they were like the next day.
Yeah. I mean, I respect the organization for sure. Like, I don't know what I was expecting, but I wasn't expecting this, but I like it. I like it.
Yeah.
Very cool. Nice bot standing out here.
Yep, very blue bots. That's going to be epic to cut.
Yeah.
Very beautiful.
Wow. Yeah. No, this is some absolutely fabulous stuff coming out of your claim.
Yeah. And it's all different. There's so much variety.
Yeah. Now, did you bring home that big piece of sandstone?
I did.
Yeah, that's a story.
That's the whole story of its own.
It broke a gorilla cart.
It did. Yeah, it blew the wheels off of it. It says it can handle 600 pounds, and we estimated this thing's about 3 or 350.
It lied.
It lied. It can't handle 600 pounds.
Marketing.
But that was a long day in the desert.
So, what, some kind of copper sulfite?
Yeah, that's Mineral Mountain.
Okay.
And that is a, what was it? Is it?
It's partly Shattuckite, isn't it?
I think it could be Shattuckite. That has chrysocolla. Yeah,
I'm learning all my Southwest minerals for the first time.
chrysocolla.
Yeah, some of this stuff's just
You can edit that pause.
fossils and
Fossils and chert.
Banded jasper and hematite.
Yeah, this is banded chert right here.
it is.
That's just conglomeration. We haven't decided. So a lot of this here was from our early days, and we just haven't figured out what we're going to do with it yet. And then, of course, the organized stuff. Oh, gosh darn, I missed a couple. Bad dog. There we go.
You know, there's just there's a lot of rock.
Yeah, this was like the garbage. This is Russian River. We didn't know quite what to do with, but it sure is pretty. We thought it was petrified wood, and it was not.
Yeah, this part here is probably the least organized area we have,
Yeah.
because this was a few years ago.
We have some Wonderstone.
Sounds like you need a pole barn.
I do, but HOA limits you to nothing above the height of your walls, so I'd have to sink it in the ground.
That would be a very short pole barn.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'd need a
so
basement or something. I
What
don't
we
know.
need is more property.
Yeah.
That's what we need.
Yeah. Real quick, I don't like to inject my personal opinions that much, but I believe that HOAs should be illegal.
I agree.
I agree
Yes.
with that.
We have a consensus here, so
Yep,
whatever
I
your
agree.
opinion is, we are correct.
We are correct.
We own it, we pay for it, well then why are you telling me what I can and can't do on my own property?
Yeah.
Cool. That's Luna. From our last outing.
Oh man.
This is a huge, it's a big agate inside.
You need like
And that
6 slab saws.
I do.
Yeah. Look at that.
Oh well. Okay, let me take that out on the side. That is awesome. I take it back. You need like 8 slab saws. You just need like a.
I think about 4 more of
Yeah.
each of us.
How does the HOA feel about like a lineup of slab saws running?
There's a reason our saws are in the garage.
Yeah. That one's a really nice
that's a nice
piece.
piece. Very cool.
And then Blue Forest,
Blue
my
Forest.
last run up there.
So many limb casts sitting here uncut.
It's all about the time.
Yeah.
That Hillquest has got to be like running
that.
overtime.
As soon as I get the oil clean.
Yeah. This is a partial,
Oh, hey.
but it's cool.
That full one here, that full one back there, that one, that's a good one.
This one right here?
Or this one.
That one, yeah.
Yeah, that's a beautiful piece.
We dug that out.
So Blue Forest, petrified wood locality in Wyoming.
Yep.
It's on my bucket list to go to.
It's
It's worth it.
yeah, it's so worth it.
A lot of digging. It's fun.
Oh yeah.
And then this is
So much digging.
Well, this is kind of one of my new favorite places. This is all from Reserve, New Mexico. And there are some just amazing pieces in here.
Oh. You should go get the box of Reserve.
Where's it at?
It's right as you walk in the back door. It's in that long box with all the sparkly ones.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay, in the garage.
Yeah, bring that out here.
Okay.
So what? There's also some pseudomorphs in here. I see some calcite impressions on some of those.
Yeah.
Man, very cool stuff.
Yeah, and black bots and
Shall we go back into the garage? I'm
Yeah.
cooking.
Yeah,
Those are beautiful.
this one here is phenomenal in my opinion. I love it. That orange and black.
yeah.
Amazing stuff.
Yeah.
Thank you guys so much for giving us this tour of your shop. I loved it. I loved seeing the live streaming area. I definitely feel like I need to up my like photography game a little bit. Like I like the giant turntable, all of it. I'm stealing those ideas. I'm copying them. I'm copying them. Thank you. This has been fabulous to see your shop and your beautiful collection of rocks.
No, thanks for coming over.
for coming, yeah.
How can people find you two?
Well, we have a lot of different ways. We have AZ Rockhound Expeditions on YouTube. And then we have our AZ Rockhound Expeditions on Facebook group. And we do free outings once a month to go to different Rockhound locations in Arizona. And then we have our Shopify store, AZ Rockhound Expeditions at myshopify.com. And then
You can email us.
Oh, yeah, email.
Yeah.
azrockhoundexpeditions@gmail.com.
There you go.
And I'm going to put all that stuff in the description box of this video, and you should definitely go find them. Thank you so much for
Thank you, Jared.
the tour. I
Thank you
appreciate
so
it.
much.